like incredible, the crowd. And
Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob. My name is Bob Babbitt. We are at the ITU World Triathlon Championship, the Under 23 Championships today. Fourth place was Kevin McDowell. We are brought to you by Epson. We are on triathlete.com. So Kevin McDowell, talk a little bit about, first of all, how good it feels to be racing in front of the hometown crowd.
I mean, it was special. Like, the crowd out there was just incredible, this whole entire course, and everyone out there was cheering my name, and I just wanted to go out there and perform the best I could and put everything out there. And I gave everything I could to try and come away with a medal. And I mean, the support, just the whole race was just incredible, and it was a lot of fun out there.
So go back 4 years. You know, you're at the peak of your racing. You're feeling really, really good.
Yeah.
You obviously you weren't feeling well. When did you first have an indication something was wrong with you?
Well, to be honest, I did my first professional race, and then I noticed like a little pain in my chest earlier, and I had some more fatigue than I was used to.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was training, and I went and had a great race. So I was like, oh, it was just from training and stuff, and I was fine. And then my mom's a nurse, so a couple of days, like right when I got home, I was really excited at the first race I did, and she saw this lump on my neck, and then we had the lump, and we took me into the doctor, and they did a couple scans, and it ended up being a tumor, and then it was Hodgkin's lymphoma. So
at that point, like you said, first pro race, you're feeling good, you got your career laid out in front of you.
yeah.
How distraught were you going through all this?
I didn't know what to think at first, and it was kind of scary at first because we just didn't know what type it was. All we knew was the cancer. And then when we went in and found out it was Hodgkin's, we were kind of like, yes, at least, because we know that's a curable one.
Yes.
So then it was just like, then I was like, all right, you know what, I'll be back, but what do I have to do now? It was my new goal for the year to beat cancer. And so I went to the doctor, and they're like, give me 6 months of your life, and then and then you'll be good to go. We just give me 6.
So he basically said that. 6 months, we're going to knock this out, and you'll be back.
Yeah, so then they're like, you'll be back. I mean, we didn't know how I'd be back or what it'd take on my body, and it was kind of an unknown at that point, especially because it's a rarity to get it and stuff. But it was a long process to getting here. And
when you first started back, how doubtful were you that you could get back?
You know, I was just so happy to be back, and it was mentally like my body wasn't ready to come back, but I didn't allow myself. One thing I went through it, I didn't allow myself to feel like sorry, like, oh, I have cancer, all this stuff and all this, because like there's a lot more of I met a lot of people going through it, and then it kind of became this thing on why am I almost surviving and so many of these kids are not making it, and it was tough to see through that and going through the hospital and stuff. But when I came back, I was just so happy, so mentally excited, and the support team around me and my friends and family, and at the time my coach was Romus, and he helped guide me through the first bit, and then I got tagged along to Jonathan Hall and Bobby McGee. And those two, that like support team around me and Andy Schmitz are the reasons why I'm where I'm at right now.
So when you look back and just coming back at all, did it make you appreciate it more, what you went through? Did you enjoy the racing and training more after?
It did. I mean, going through it made me realize like this is what I love to do. This is my passion, and I was so like just excited to be back. And like after like being taken out for an entire year and just the whole process. In the beginning, I was just, and I took things for like, I didn't take things for granted anymore. So I was enjoying it and had more of an appreciation for life as a whole too.
When did you realize you could get back to the very top?
It wasn't until really last year when I kind of felt like that, because like for a couple of years I'd kind of get back, I'd have one good race, and then my body would give out, and I just never let my body fully recover after chemo, because I didn't really let myself feel like, you know, I just went through all this and my body took a toll. And so after I took a long time off because of like Jono and Bobby and Andy told me to, we took like 6 months off in 2013 and then built back slowly. And the first time was last year when I was in Chengdu and got silver there. That was like, okay, you know what? We're on the track back. I'm better than I am. And then this is the first year that I've been able to put a complete season together, being able to race on the WTS circuit and competing all over.
So Kevin, going into this season, was this the goal, this particular race?
This was the goal, and that's what we look back on, because halfway through the season, everyone's like, all right, you're racing the elite race. And when everyone found out I was racing under 23s, they're like, whoa, what are you doing? And everything, we thought you were doing the elite, and why? And like me and Jono sat down after Rio, because that was a tough race, but I learned there and got experience. And we like went back to the beginning of the year, and we're like, what were our original goals this year? Because things were progressing a lot faster than we thought. And we were like, you know what, our goals were to qualify for the Rio test event and just experience it. No pressure on results or anything. So go down there, learn the course, and then hit under 23 worlds and try and win the title there. So that's what we went back to. That was the original goal. So we were like, you know what, let's go back to that drawing board. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and just focus on the elite. So let's do my last year of under 23s and give it a go. And I put it all out there and came short, but.
After being at Rio, do you feel that course is suited for you?
It's definitely a strength course, and that's something we're still working on. And developing and getting my strength back, because that's been something that's been a constant battle since coming back from treatment, because I lost a lot of strength, because I used to be a strength athlete before, but I've changed, my body's changed after going through treatment and building the muscle back. So there's stuff we need to keep working on, but going down there, we know now what we need to improve upon to be ready for next year and try and put my name in there to make the team next year.
And is this the first time you and Lucas have been in the same race for a while?
For a long time, yeah. Last year we were in, I think, Sarasota together, but besides that, this was our first one, yeah.
That's good. And you guys started racing together, what, 8 years old, 9 years old?
Yeah, we actually, the first time we raced together was here, actually. We did the McDonald's Kids Triathlon, and it's a pretty funny story, actually, because that was my first race I was actually going to win, but then when the awards went, he ended up winning because he did 1 lap short on the bike, and
he cheated.
He cheated. So he was the guy that we didn't know at the time, and then a couple of years later we were like, wait a minute, when he joined Multisport Madness, and we were talking old times and the McDonald's Kids, and I'm like, wait, you're the kid that did it for me and stuff. So our first race was down here on the McDonald's Kids Triathlon when we were like 10, 11 years old. So it's pretty cool to be back here and doing that race now. Now we're here.
And Kevin, you realize you represent the entire cancer community out there when you're racing now.
Yeah, and that was an incredible thing. We were able to get some of the Cal's Angels there on my suit, actually. And they're a big charity here in the area and granting wishes, and they were huge for me, and now they're people I want to start giving back to and bringing awareness. And I'll be granting a wish later in the next month or so to one kid.
Let's do that on my radio show.
Yeah, that'd actually be really cool.
That'd be really
and
fun.
Raise awareness, because I'm just trying to bring it out, because they're incredible here. They're spreading through. They work here with children's lorries, and they actually had a hospital party yesterday that they went to, and I would love to go to, but I had this race to go, and so I'll go in later and visit some of the kids, and I'm trying to get some signatures for some of the kids on the USA shirts from the whole team here, and it's they're an incredible charity, and they help me a lot, and the way they just light up the kids, granting wishes, and yeah.
Kevin McDowell has been our guest. Kevin, congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you in Rio next year.
Yeah, let's hope.
All right, Kevin McDowell, fourth today, under 23 championship. Again, this is Breakfast with Bob. My name is Bob Babbitt. The ITU World Championships here in Chicago with the beautiful skyline behind us, brought to you by Epson, and we're airing on triathlete.com. Hold on, everyone. We will be right back.